A new rookie. We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Ready, go!
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top.
Okay, break! Ready!
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they forced fourth down. On fourth down, here's Ty Zentner to kick it. This one fielded and out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Throwing to get going. It's Herbert. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for to get the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and a yard. Throwing, Herbert. Into traffic, but taken in. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On play action, now Herbert. Over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for an Eagles first down. First carry for Saquon Barkley. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 33, here's second and 6. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's number 40 on the season for him. Here's first and 10. Set. Purple. It's the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A gain of 11, and it's first and goal. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. Play action now. It's Herbert. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. It's a short one, caught by Andrews. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. Shotgun now for Herbert. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 10. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Purple 80. 77 Wolf.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Ready? From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Some nose guards in the 3-4 defense, Mike, are just asked to take up space and eat up blockers. But not this guy. He defeats his blocker and makes the tackle. That's playing the nose guard at the next level.
That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that hookup. That's a Steeler 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Come on, come on. Set. Let go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be incomplete. Upper very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
2nd and 10.
Reload. Let's go now. Let's go.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Ready. 70 live.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Good snap. Good hold. Good catch. And the Steelers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. Now inside the 25. And he will dive into the end zone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Ready, ready. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let's go. Liking 18. Ready, ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. That's caught. And he will dive into the end zone. 79 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Think back to the spring, like we all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
That one off the left upright, but it bounds in. High degree of difficulty, but the doink gets a point. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. Herbert now on 1st down. Derek Harmon, he works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Herbert to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. To throw is Herbert. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And well, some people say this is over-aggressive. In this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the Steelers' 42-yard line.
Now Herbert. A pass caught by Saquon. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
23-yard line.
the thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
We'll get this right to the 20-yard line. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Herbert. That'll be taken in by Parker. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Slot man in motion right. Here's Herbert. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And it looks like he's going to come up just short for the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And that is incomplete. Oh, but after the play, that is Justin Herbert, who's in need of some attention down there. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's going to have that 1st down. They didn't want to settle for 3, and now it's 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything...
A big mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted. And a nice return there. He is taken down up close to the 35-yard line.
Ready?
On the ground, here's ETN. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
37-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this.
Ready, ready.
It is 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. 19, Charger. 19.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 32 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready, ready.
Here's the option, running right. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Talk things over before third down.
Okay, ready? Cowboys, 10. Viking, 18. Ready?
Bill look to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean. And he's going to set his guys up well. Nice return. The offense is going to have it just past the 40-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. 33 yards. Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Riggs, Cougar 19.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
This is one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve.
Ready?
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. The Steelers going to send out their field goal unit here. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break. Come back. Second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll get about 2. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. From 29, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Herbert going to try to throw on third down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
A gain of 7.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback.
He works free, right side. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
Steelers 13. Jake Elliott to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready? Check, check. Here we go. Ready?
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go, go.
Here's Etienne. Oh, the ball is out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So even though they avoided the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of a team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up
all things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
At the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Cowboy 19 Lions.
He'll drop to throw. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
At his own 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
6. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action now, Herbert. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up at the 25-yard line. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
27-yard line.
59, 80.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he's close to another 1st down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. That has played good for 22. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. And an Eagles 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Barkley running left. Hey, that's about as exciting a 1-yard run as you're going to see all game. Found a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but not much after that.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mustang 19. Pat to 60. Pat to 60. Ready, ready?
Now, faking the give. Complete. Metcalf with the grab. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
18. Pioneer. Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing by this amount. It just feels like, why not, right? Just continue to test this defense, see if you can get something going in the downfield passing game. And nice job by the secondary, understanding what's coming, understanding the offense. They really...
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. In this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Here we go. Here we go. Crack all 80.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here we go. Start.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming.
On the jump. Come on, come on.
Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll motion the slot man right. Here's Herbert. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. This one's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10. They'll run the counter with Barkley. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
And it's third down.
Ready, run. Set, ready, ready.
Once again, it's Barkley. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Set, set.
Here's Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Set. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Third and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.